can this group, can this iteration of the political class regain that trust, or has too much of it been squandered?
Look, I mean, I've been around quite a while, and what you're describing, the erosion of trust, is certainly there, but it's been going on for a long time. You know, when I first came in the House of Commons, my two predecessors were the last two double-decorated, you know, Military Cross and DSO members of the House of Commons. They were from that generation of wartime, you know, and when you talked about Peter Carrington, Lord Carrington, and resigning over the Falklands, he came from that generation too. He was a tank commander in Normandy, you know. And I think they were brought up to a very, very stiff code of duty. I mean, for all sorts of reasons. I mean, they had to lead regiments into battle, and their soldiers had to trust them. And to get that trust, you have a very strict code of honour. And I think that slipped a bit. I mean, you also mentioned the point about technocratic. Politics today is technocratic to a fault. You know, I mean, you made the comment, I think, and Polly made the comment as well, about sort of being led by spreadsheets. You know, you can't do that. I mean, the truth of the matter is that there appears to be in modern politics less belief, less high principle, and as a result, less commitment to a particular cause, and that also erodes trust. You know?
Why would that be? I mean, something as profound as you would imagine, heartfelt as principle and conviction. You know, I appreciate your point that you're talking about a generation that had been through the crucible of war and had seen young men die in front of them, and that had fostered and engendered a code of practice and a code of honour. Yeah. But surely there are still people of conviction who are prepared to tell the truth and stand by it.
Yeah, there are, but the other elements of today. I mean, Polly made the point about the sort of left-right divides become rather more blurred. A lot of politics is more focus group led now, and is more polling. I mean, this government spends more money on polling and focus groups than any government in history. You know. I mean, I don't think government should be allowed to do that, in truth. But, you know, so you've got that drives people as well. I mean, that tends to go back to the Clinton-Blair years, where they suddenly discovered what they thought was political science. So somehow that you could distill wisdom from a focus group or an opinion poll. You can't. What people think today is not what they're going to think in 2 years' time. Their judgment of your policy now is going to be different to when its results come out. So there's there's an exquisite short-termism in politics arising from that, and also arising from Twitter, social media, all of that, which makes reactions that much faster. And people, you know, politicians are human beings. They learn from their environment. If they learn they've got to go with this flow or go with that flow, or maybe just avoid the mob altogether, that also affects their behaviour. So lots of reasons, I'm afraid, to erode it. That being said, you know, I think whoever follows this generation, there's probably going to be a big premium on people who are trustworthy, people who have...
Is that such a big ask?
It's not such a big ask, but it's quite hard to deliver, I think, you know, in the modern era. But, you know, I actually think, you know, the great thing... Yeah, you talk about democracy's edge or advantage, yeah? I think democracy's edge is it adjusts. You know, the totalitarian states don't adjust.
Don't adjust.
Democracy adjusts. We will adjust, and we will get trust back.